Hey, it's your grandson, Limit. Yeah, this video is a little bit different than usual. Let's go over the top 6.5 Dark Souls facts you didn't know. Or, you know, just a bunch of useless data that I can bundle together. Just consider this a very early spring cleaning video. For once it won't be late. So let's see what our first bit of data is. Oh no. There is a secret in this room that I've never seen anyone ever mention. Under 𝗂𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗲 bed is a hidden chest. And this isn't some afterthought, it seems to be intentionally placed. And to confirm it, let's check under the covers of the other beds real quick. So feel free to skip ahead to here. In 𝗁𝗃's bedroom, yeah, it's a bedroom, since it has no throne, unlike this dude. Using the free camera shows no secrets, besides the world's thinnest and longest blanket. 2 out of 10, no pillows. No new secrets to Guinevere's couch in either game, although there is a chest there in Dark Souls 1. 𝗁𝗄𝐻𝗄's bed has nothing of interest, unless you like carpentry, I guess. 6 out of 10, pretty comfy. And finally, there's nothing under the bed of chaos, since I know someone would ask. And as a bonus lore, did you know he is a big humanoid thing? Yeah, it's hard to tell unless it's at this camera angle. It does have arms and legs. Also, if you follow the big chaotic firebird thing downwards, it actually doesn't line up to the real boss at all. It's off by like 20 feet. But at least he tried. Sleep well, Buggy. Bloodlust is a katana. It is also the name of the weapon art. I have no idea why. And the weapon art is programmed very oddly indeed. And a couple of people rightly called me out on this slide in the Maximum AR video. So, time to explain. When you normally use it in the main hand, you get a 30% AR boost for the Bloodlust weapon. But remember these two amounts for a second. Now, when we use it in the offhand, it boosts itself and all your other weapons as well. Those two other weapons now breaks 1000. But sadly we can't use this in any meaningful way. If you put anything into the main hand active slot, it removes the bonus. So this is some seriously useless data. Ooh, I almost forgot. We didn't check inside it, did we? So, inside 𝗂𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗲's mouth, there is no tongue, just like the deepest lore. But it's hard to tell if this is actually intended. The only character with a moving mouth is Andre, so obviously his mouth is fully modelled. But there are several other characters with their inner mouth modelled to various amounts, despite you will never actually see it without camera trickery. So to save a lot of time, I'll let you decide if it is working as intended with this tier list. I'm gonna main the second best waifu in Dark Souls.
Ah, why that's a fine you have there, eh?
Number 4.
In the past, we learned that the Hollow Priest's Secret Oath is an OP buff that even stacks with Sacred Oath. But what about the Banner Knight's buff? So, here we go. This is my base AR. This is before any modifiers. Remember, 935. This is my AR after using the player banner buff. And finally, the Baddie banner buff. Yeah, so it doesn't increase. Or so I thought. It turns out it does change your damage, just not your AR in the menu. B-team please. So let's compare them all real quick. Here is the base amount. The Baddie dude's banner buff damage. Both banners at once. And it stacks.
Nice.
And finally, the player only banner buff. And let's see them results. So yeah, it's way better than the player buff. The only problem is the menu bug. So you could say the coders forgot to turn on a flag. Yeah, just let me dislike my own video real quick. Alright, thanks. Let's do a bunch of small, interesting details to do with the cathedral lore. So, I'm going to count all of these mini points as one. Skip ahead here if you wish. So, have you ever noticed how slimy these walls are? Well, there's a good reason for that. It's due to these poor grubs up here. So, the blood drips down, pools into this little basin, and even flows down lower. I've heard some people say that this gunk is the giant shit, but it could be blood, gore, and/or body parts. But who knows, this shit can't be confirmed, unlike the previous Dark Souls. Yeah, this is real. Next up is a quick one. The staff they use, and you can obtain, the man grub staff, has man grubs on it. But not the deepest lore. It also has 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄𝐎's Covenant's symbol on it. Deepest lore. So let's do an interactive segment next. You see these weird long neck statues that are everywhere here? But what do you think these faces look like? Answer now. So basically it's a coin flip between those who said frown like snakes and pilgrims. Except it's just a lady's face. These are the same statues that cry on the lower levels. Alright, final mini lore. Ever wondered what these statues under the red cloth looks like? No, I didn't either. Well, it turns out they facepalm. These are the exact same statues outside the Deacon boss fight, except less dusty, I suppose. And while I'm using the camera, let's see what the bottom of this barrel looks like. Have you ever been hit by the crab's foam and wondered what it actually does? Make your predictions now. So, let's check weight. This is before, and this is after. It is the exact same, so it doesn't change that. So, what about stamina regen? It turns out after comparing them frame by frame, they are the exact same. So, this is what it does. It just makes you walk slower, but you can still sprint out of it. So yeah, it's useless. They just copied the effect from swamp or deep water. Except they didn't. This effect, as far as I know, is completely unique. Being in either swamp or deep water prevents sprinting as well, making it somewhat hazardous to be in. So I don't even. And for the final fact of this video, we need to go behind the scenes. Transition. All monsters have IDs and names to go with them. Now these are interesting to data mine since you can learn a lot about the development process and the game's lore, such as these ones on screen. But all of these have nothing on the true terror. That is the crab's true name. And most of all, thanks for watching, really. And you know the rules. If you learned something new, I'd really like if you liked my pinned comment of my favourite waifu. And Merry Christmas if I somehow don't get a video out in time before then. And finally, the chest is actually empty. Bye again and thanks for watching. I love you.